I can't do anything. I can't leave. I don't know.
God's little joke on teenagers, especially a teenager. Fat, frizzy hair, and the money my dad made on 2 jobs, butcher and postal sorter, along with the help of some well-fed powdered potatoes, didn't allow for the mandatory hip junior high clothes. Although I had thick thighs and hair like frayed wire, I did have a great personality. And when I turned 16, I discovered my boobs. So did Maurice. Maurice drove a dry cleaner's van that you can still spot cruising around San Diego to this day. I knew somewhere deep inside, he didn't deserve me, or the person I soon was to discover that I was. My best friend was Lavon. Lavon was a beautiful, but because she had a strict mom and I was a good girl, her mom would only let her hang out with me. Lavon had long brown hair and beautiful green eyes. And although she was white, it wasn't until years later I realized her mom gave her a black girl's name. Lavon liked me because I was fun and funny. We did prank phone calls till we choked from laughter. Some funny, some really mean. We jumped into strange guys' cars on a dare. We shoplifted C's candy. We had a blast. Lavon and I were in the 10th grade, but because she was dating Doug, who looked like James Taylor, and was older than us, one night we got invited to a party with the juniors and the seniors. Yep, my boobs were here, and I was going to present them to the 12th grade boys. I ironed the shit out of my stowable hair and grabbed my top Indian print halter dress. The party was at somebody's divorced mom's ugly San Diego apartment complex. We walked in. Well, my boobs walked in first, chugging out of our Green Springs cheap bottles of sugar wine. It was smoky and loud. Black Sabbath's Electric Funeral blared. Lavon found Doug, and after a little flirty batting and lowering of her pressed girl eyes, they were off making out in the orange beanbag chair. Maurice DeMeo, I don't make this name up, started walking in my direction. Maurice was a popular senior. He was known for 2 things: his huge Jufro, and the fact that he drove around his uncle's dry cleaning van, DeMeo Dry Cleaners, proudly printed on both sides. As Maurice walked, I noticed him scanning the room. Most of the junior and senior girls were already hooked up with guys, making out, dancing, or puking. Me and my D's were standing in the doorway. I was chugging the cheap sugar wine I was pretending to actually like. Maurice walked over and started talking to me. I couldn't believe we were actually talking. Maurice was the guy who dated Maxie, this super cool stoner chick who was way out of my league. Maurice did this cute thing as he talked. He started the sentence, looking in my eyes, and ended, staring at my boobs. You want to go for a ride? In the van? I said, yep. We got it, despite the fact I had to do an embarrassing hike up with both hands to get my short legs into the seats. I covered it with a, wow, this is so cool, to help cover the grunt that helped haul my ass into the car. Maurice pushed in an 8-track of 3 Dog Nights. And we started driving and talking. Maurice had his hand on my thigh, tapping along the song. I couldn't believe what he was talking and listening to me. And then he pulled into the driveway that led to the empty Kmart parking lot on El Cajon Boulevard. He turned the engine off and lunged in to kiss me. He was smashing my mouth and jabbing his tongue in. It was weird, but all I could think about was getting back to that party and telling Lavon, I made out with Maurice DeMeo. And then he lifted his whole body and placed it on top of mine. I kind of liked the the boob stuff, but now I couldn't breathe. There was no room. And then he started to lift my dress up, and it all came to me in a flash. This was it. This was it. I was going to lose my virginity in the back of a dry cleaner's van to a guy whose hair was bigger than his head and didn't even know my name. Stop, stop, I don't want to do this. No. Stop, stop, really. It's too late, he screamed at me. It's too late! I didn't know. Was I unaware? Was there some muscle inside his body that, once he started humping and grinding on some slutty fat girl, he couldn't stop without possibly being paralyzed? No! And in a moment of brilliant clarity, I reached over and grabbed the handle of my side of the van door. Maurice just dropped, fell to the pavement, and rolled.